numbers. Cheater.
Can I do it now?
So now, can you see? So now you have access to all the layers, and because you brought in the 40, you get this extra bonus here. You see you're getting 4.5%. You get the most money off of your 7th layer, which is why you want your 40, because now look at the number you're leaving on the table. This is an additional $9 million. I mean, this is wealth. This is game-changing. This is like why I decided to become a realtor, to help real people make this kind of money and be able to have financial freedom. So it all depends on if that part of it interests you or not. Just the top part that I talked about first, you're going to make more money in the commission side than with your broker. So we're good right there. If you're like logical and can see and make sense of things, you're good right there. This is just the bonus. So this is like, you know, Kyle says, everybody says, oh, I would do it. But what would you really do? And where would you really focus on if these were real numbers that you could do? How much would you do? So that's part of it. Then there's an additional part in EXP, if that wasn't already enough. There's the equity ownership. So in EXP, we actually own a piece of the company. It's not owned by a person. It's owned by us. We own the stocks. It's a publicly traded company. It's been in business for 12 years. It's monitored by the SEC. It's regulated. It's not a scam. This is not an MLM. We're bonused and able to pass the money forward because EXP is on the forefront of something new. We are not brick and mortar. We don't have the expense of a building, of furniture, of janitorial services, of coffee, of everything that it maintains to take to run an office. EXP doesn't have that. So we can push the profits forward and they pass them on to you. But if you want brick and mortar, EXP has a free membership to all the Regis centers, office centers across the world. So if you wanted to meet a client or you needed to get away from the house and you need an office, you go in there for free and you have your office space. So there's that. The equity ownership in the company. There's 4 ways to earn the stocks at EXP. So the first way is every time I do my first transaction of the year, EXP pays me $200 worth of EXP stock. The other way is every time my front line, not every time, sorry, it's a one-time only thing, but my front line only, not my second, my third, my fourth, but my front line only. When you do your first transaction, EXP pays me the equivalent of $400 worth of EXP stock. Same for you, but that's it. After that, no more. The third way is awesome because once you cap at the 16,000 that I told you about, EXP is on an 80-20 until you cap at 16. But once you hit the cap, you have the opportunity to reach icon status. So all my ballers back there, you know the ones. If you do an additional 20 transactions after you cap, an additional 20 transactions, or you receive $500,000 in commission, whichever is you hit first, then you receive the Icon Award. The Icon Award is that $16,000 that you paid EXP. EXP now pays you that 16 back in the equivalent of stock, whatever it's trading at. So, for instance, if you would have Iconed in the last 2 years, now give or take wherever it was trading at 2 years ago, but approximately, if you had earned Icon status in the last 2 years, that 16 and that 1632 that they were going to give you back in stocks, that 32,000 today is worth 313,000. Right? So you see the attraction of why people are coming over to EXP? Yeah. They're coming over to EXP because you're going to make your commissions. We're not changing that. We're going to let you get more of your commissions. We're going to give you an opportunity to receive a rev share off of everyone that you bring in, that they bring in, that they bring in, etc. And then we're going to give you equity ownership into the company. The fourth way to have the equity ownership is EXP allows you to opt into, so it's optional, I opted into it, where you can take 5% of your commission and they purchase EXP stock at a 10% discount, and then you can earn the stock that way. And, you know, the idea is that the stock goes up over time. No one can make any guarantees, but that's obviously the vision of what we all want to happen. So this is why I got into EXP. I see the opportunity. I'm growing the business. I'm super excited about it. My intention is I want to grow a community of like-minded individuals where we're all operating on the same page. I want to help you build your brand. I want to help with the education side of things and grow this team. Lastly, just so you have some reality on how the platform looks, since we're not brick and mortar, we've had this virtual platform for the last 12 years. So when other real estate agents and agencies across America were shut down during COVID, guess what? We weren't. We've been ahead of the curve for 12 years. So this is our state-of-the-art campus. Anyone in anywhere in the world can go in here right now. So this is the campus. Go into the brokerage. So there's a lot to explore in here. We don't have to get into everything, but I just wanted to give you a visual of what it looks like. So obviously we're in Florida. You click on Florida. I need to talk to my broker. Your broker may or may not be available where you're at right now. I don't know how that works, but in here we go into this room. There's people here, we take a ticket. I've never waited more than 3 to 5 minutes. These are people at the tables talking to their brokers. It's private, you can't hear what they're saying, but you have access to your broker literally at a moment's notice, and this is 24/7. When they're not here, like let's say on the weekend or at 4 in the morning, you go into your self-help room and they have most of the questions answered in here. Okay, the other thing I want to show you is your office. This is beneficial to us. We go into meeting rooms. Claudianne has a very big team. She can say, hey, team meeting in here. Go into her office, put up screens of whatever she wants to talk about. Everyone's meeting. They get their battle plans, their exit plans, and they're out. If you wanted to bring your client in here, you can go in here, put up the comp, show them whatever. You don't have to meet face to face, and that's anywhere, you know, in the world. You could set up a referral, get the data, and then pass it on to someone. Anyway, it's limitless. They also have the, and it's password protected if you want. They also have inside the auditorium these rooms. There's multiple auditoriums, usually icon agents. There's not one in here right now speaking, right? Okay. Oh, there's somebody in here? Okay, normally there's icon agents in these rooms giving what we just heard, presentations or tips or marketing tools or how to get listings or how to increase to luxury. All the icon agents only come in here daily, multiple times, and do training, live trainings. If you don't catch the live training, you have access to 50 hours of their training platform at your fingertips anytime on your own leisure. We use KV Core, Sky Slope, but that's basically the generality of how EXP and the entire model is. Does anyone like what they've heard so far? Yeah? Does anyone have any questions? If you're a broker and you bring on multiple people, you can still come in under EXP